Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we have the first reveal from Jada Toys San Diego Comic-Con exclusives. This is the first of 3 reveals over the next 3 days for the exclusive figures they're going to be releasing at the San Diego Comic-Con. And yes, it looks like the leaks were real. We are getting the first Player 2 Akuma. You can see here we're going to look at the promo shots. We're going to go over what he is coming with because this is one of those big box deluxe exclusives, and we're super hyped on this one. Drop a like on this video if you're excited for Player 2 Akuma. This thing is looking really cool. This is him in his brown gi white hair colorway. He is coming with new accessories. He's coming with pieces for the Player 1 version, and this is going to be a really fun drop. So let's go ahead and take a closer look as to what is coming in the deluxe package for the Player 2 Akuma. So here's the complete loadout for the deluxe exclusive that will be available at San Diego Comic-Con, and I want to first point out the arm flame aura effects that we saw in the original prototype, and we have them here finally for the Player 2 Deluxe version. Those are looking really cool. We'll get to see those in use in some of the later promo shots. They look really cool. You can use them as like aura effects as well as different sort of effect pieces as you're posing him. He's coming with 2 heads. It looks like the same head sculpts that we got for the Player 1 version, being the stoic face and the gritting teeth face. He's coming with 2 pairs of hands, his closed fists, as well as his Hadouken hands. Now he's coming with 2 effect pieces. It looks like he's coming with the original effect piece that he came with in the Player 1 version, which is that larger tiger shot effect used for Akuma. And we're also getting a brand new purple Hadouken effect, which is cool because they're going back to having the hand sculpts inside of the effect piece, which is one of my favorite parts of the early Shoto characters, Ryu and Ken. So really cool to see them bringing that back. We'll get a closer look at that in the promo photos. But we are also getting 2 blank gis. So these are the gis without the demon kanji on the back. One for this Player 2 colorway, as well as one for the Player 1 colorway. So that's a really cool addition to this piece. I love that Jada Toys always includes accessories for the Player 1 figure in these deluxe box exclusives. So that's really cool to have. Nice little addition. Really cool looking deluxe figure. I'm excited for this one. I'm liking this colorway. What I'm really excited about is those arm aura effects. Definitely need those, as again we had seen those in the prototype form, and a lot of people were hoping that we would get those released, and we are finally getting those here with the deluxe exclusive. Now let's go ahead and take a closer look at some of these promo shots just to get a good look at how this figure turned out. Let's first take a look at the aura effect piece. You can see it comes in this translucent red plastic, has all the different energy flame pieces jutting out. Looking really cool here. It looks like it wraps around his wrist and even goes into his hand. Really interesting look as far as how this is on the figure. I'm guessing you probably have to pop the hand off, slide that on, and then pop the hand back in. But this thing is looking really cool. You can see here they're using it as like a uppercut effect piece as well. So this has sort of multi-use, not just him in his aura as you have him standing there. You can use this as like a punching action effect too, and it's looking really cool. Now these promo shots are looking really good. The gi color, it was hard to tell on the original leak, but this is looking like a nice deep charcoalish brown, chocolatey brown color. Liking the color of that brown gi, and then he has the white hair, which is a nice contrast to the skin color and the brown gi. Just looking really cool. You know, not quite Shin Akuma technically, but definitely has that Shin Akuma look here. But yeah, this figure's looking good. And let's take a look at his other brand new Hadouken effect piece here. And as I was saying earlier, you can see here they've brought back these molded hands inside of the fireball, which gives it such a really cool look. This is his, I believe it's Gudoken effect piece, and I believe this is a brand new effect piece. It's kind of hard to tell. I know the Hadoukens from the original Ryu and Ken were much like wider versions. This looks like a slimmer version, maybe specific to this Akuma character, but this is looking really cool. Happy to get a effect piece that is more suited towards this Akuma character, as his player 1 fireball was just a upscaled Sagat Tiger Shot. Really great to get an addition here to this Akuma character, and there he is just posing once again, getting a better look at the color of the gi, of the hair. Looking really cool. Hard to tell from these photos because of the lighting if he's going to have like additional shading. I know on some of the other big box exclusives or the other characters like Violent Ken and Evil Ryu, they really up the shading and up the paint application on those figures. Hard to tell if they're doing that here. It's not looking like it has a ton of additional paint, but once we get this thing in hand or see it in person, we'll get a better idea of, you know, if this has additional paint that the player 1 version did not have. And then we get a nice action shot here of him fighting the player 1 Akuma, and here you can really see the side-by-side comparison in the different colored gis, the different colored hair, but the skin tone looks to be the same. Doesn't look like it has a lot of additional paint on this figure, but overall I think this thing is looking really cool. Love to see them doing these player 2 characters. Like that they did Akuma. This was a bit of a quick turnaround, as it usually takes them longer to get player 2 versions of characters out, but maybe because this is a big box deluxe exclusive, they put this out a little bit sooner just for San Diego Comic-Con. And Akuma, I think, was one of the more hype releases of their past few waves. Akuma just being a very popular character, you know, I think probably being one of the better selling characters, it makes sense that they would want to choose Akuma for this player 2 exclusive. It'll be interesting to see if they have some improvements with this figure here, you know, like in the ball necklace. A lot of people didn't like the sort of stiff elastic they used for that. The joints in the player 1, knees and elbows specifically, were very stiff, so it'll be interesting to see if those maybe got slightly updated just to move a little better. We'll have to wait and see once again until we get this thing in hand. And that's gonna wrap it up, guys. This is a really big reveal for their day 1 reveals for SDCC this year. You know, usually they kind of ramp up to the larger reveals as they do these types of things. So I was actually expecting something smaller, maybe something non-Street Fighter related to be revealed today, but them coming out the gate with this player 2 Akuma is, I think, saying quite a bit here. First being, it's confirming the leaks that we've been seeing over the past couple months here of this player 2 Akuma being the SDCC exclusive. So that is nice to see that those leaks are being confirmed, because that I think what that means is over the next 2 days we're going to see some really crazy stuff coming out of Jada Toys. If you watched my video yesterday, you do know that another piece of these leaks is the SDCC Invincible exclusive, which just would be absolutely insane if they were to pull that out and release that before we get the first wave of figures in hand. That will be a huge talking point. That will be huge news for Jada Toys, and that thing's going to sell out very quick. Now, again, that is still unconfirmed, as well as the Defeated Head Pack. That was a leak that we saw earlier this year that was said to be an SDCC exclusive, or maybe not an exclusive to SDCC, but at least a release at SDCC. So, guys, we might be seeing some really crazy stuff over the next 2 days. So go ahead and subscribe and drop a like on this video if you enjoy these types of updates, and I will see you here tomorrow.